Hello, and welcome to Bees and Tea Stitching. I'm your host, Seb. Um, so, first off, I have to say, wow, I cannot actually believe that I have 250 viewers. That's really, really cool. And I honestly was not expecting it to get it this week. So, oh, yeah, I had blood drawn, so that's why I have that blue thing, if you're wondering. It's normal, regular stuff. But so next week, look for a 250 viewers giveaway. Yay! I can't honestly believe it. That's super cool. So thank you to everybody. Welcome to all you guys, all you new people. I know there's new people. I got some new commenters, which is great. I love commenters. Um, like I always say, I always read and respond to every single one. I mean, obviously, welcome back to all you regulars out there too, because I know there are people who've been sticking with me since about the beginning, or if not since the beginning, which is really really cool. So yeah, that's awesome. So I just wanted to say that first. Um, I'm gonna try to not do the things out of order this time, hopefully. Um, First off, life updates. It's been a pretty crazy week, and it's going to be kind of crazy next week too. Not necessarily in a bad way, just a lot of things are going on. We've got appointments and some online um, um, conference sort of things going on. Um, that's all. Like I said, not necessarily bad, just kind of life. Um, and I there is a stitching thing today, but because of online things, I'm probably going to skip today and just go tomorrow, which is fine. Most of the I don't know if we have our normal group on Saturday, and I don't think they usually come on Fridays. We've only had one so far, two so far, I guess. Um, so if I skip a Friday, then I'm not too worried about it. Um, as I said before, for you new people, um, our LNS is open. They are, obviously she's the lady who runs our LNS is being very careful about COVID. We're distancing. Um, we're cleaning the tables. Um, you know, um, Wear a mask if you're not vaccinated. All the good stuff. And so I'm not worried, and I do that every Saturday. And we used to have every second and fourth Friday. Oh, hi, cat. Every second and fourth Friday, also, uh, was stitching, and sometimes it's classes. Most of the time, it was just kind of hanging out. And so she just started that back up again last for 2 Fridays ago. It's the fourth Friday today, as I'm recording this, obviously. So sorry, I keep messing with my hair. I apologize. That's something I just do, but so she started that back up again, which is good. So I'm going to try to start going on at least some Fridays and keep going every Saturday, just because obviously, uh, you know, I like my regular Saturday people. For you new people, I apologize for the mess. That's Selena over there. Say hi, Selena. Okay. Anyway, but yeah. So that's my kitty. Sometimes she shows up. Sometimes she comes up behind me on the couch. She doesn't know. Don't tell her this. But we're about to change the couch. Okay, she's not paying attention. And the problem is, it's a really squishy, plushy couch. Um, and so it's very comfortable, and it's very easy for her to lay up here. There's plenty of, it's, it's wide up here, and so and she's not a big cat. Um, yeah, I'm talking about you. What you gonna do about it? And so it's very easy for her to sit up there. The one we're gonna replace it with, my parents are getting rid of their couch. They're making that living room into like an office. It's a nice couch. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not as squishy as this one, and it doesn't have a really thick back on it, so she's probably not going to enjoy it. Um, Obviously with COVID and all that, we haven't had chats. Oh, sorry. Wow. Apologize for that. We hadn't had a chance to find somebody to help us move it. because neither my husband nor I nor my parents have a car that could fit it, and none of us are. I don't know if my parents definitely couldn't help us move it. It'd be up to my husband and I, and I'm not sure that we're strong enough to move it because it's a pretty decent sized couch. I mean, as couches go, it's pretty average, but it's nice and solidly built, so it's not small. But yeah, so I guess that is pretty much the life updates for now. Next week, like I said, it's not gonna be as busy, but there's still some things going on. So unfortunately, this week I did not get a whole lot of stitching done. You know, that's just kind of the way it goes. Also, for you new people, I'm also training for a 5K. So, um, I will probably give occasional updates. I mean, there's not really going to be much to talk about. The way I'm doing it is I'm doing a treadmill Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. So, 3 days a week. Um, Oh, I'm so sorry. I did not get very much sleep last night, so I apologize. I got about maybe 5 hours. Um, so I'm doing that 3 days a week, about 30 minutes, alternating between like a walk and a fast walk. I'm trying to get up. I can walk easily at 3 miles an hour right now on the treadmill. Um, I'm doing a 5K for Run Disney, so it's at Walt Disney World in Florida. Well, technically it's Epcot, but the Walt Disney World Resort, and they want you to maintain a 16-minute mile, which is 3.7 miles an hour. So I can't get with any sort of regularity up to 3.7. I actually struggle with 3.5. So I have a long way to go. It's not till November. Um, so I have time, but I definitely need to keep up. So if I have any breakthroughs of, speeding up or anything like that, I might tell you guys. If you even care, I don't know if anybody cares. And there is one person here who has done a 5K, and has also done the Couch to 5K program that I'm on. And so, hi D, I know you're there. Um, so I definitely want to talk to them about it. So if anybody else has if you've done it before, if you have any advice, definitely comment, because I could use as much advice as I can, because I've never done a 5K before, and I've never done a training program before, so this is all very new to me. Even though I'm only in week 2, so I got a long way to go. I got 15, maybe 14 weeks now, um, to go until the run. And the program, I believe, is a 8 or 9 week program. So I've got some wiggle room, but I still want to go ahead and hopefully start improving. All right. So I guess that is about it. And so one thing, since my name is B's and T's, I do always have a tea of the week here. I mean, obviously sometimes they repeat because I only have so many teas, but this one is new, and this one came in my Sips By box for this month. Oh, this is the I Am Serious, Don't Call Me Shirley, and then there we go. Otto is my co-pilot. Uh, so anybody who gets that joke, you're awesome. Even if you don't, you're still awesome. But you get cool nerdy points from me if you know where this came from. And yes, this is officially licensed. I'll give you that little hint. I found this at a Goodwill. It was like the best 50 cents I ever spent in my life. Maybe it was a buck, I don't remember. Oh damn, that's good. That's really good. Mm. That's really nice. It's not. See, I thought it was gonna be like an Earl Grey, but it's not. This is. Oh, for people. Sorry, for new people. Sip Spy is a box. It's a tea subscription box. So what I do is I get 4 different teas every month. Um, some loose leaf, some bagged, and there could be all sorts of different flavors. Some I like, some I haven't liked. Most I've really liked. It's overall it's been really good so far. And this is not disappoint. So this is there we go, Zest Tea Energy Tea. So it's a high caffeine tea. It's called Blue Lady. It is a black tea. It's orange pico tea. I'm not a as much as I love tea. I'm not a big connoisseur. I'm 99% sure the orange pico doesn't have anything to do with the flavor of orange. I think it has to do with the orangey tinge of the tea leaves. So I think it has to do with color, not flavor. But anyway, so black tea, hibiscus, passion fruit, which is what you kind of get. You kind of get that sweet passion fruit flavor, which is what I got when I sniffed it before I put it in, and it smelled amazing, and it tastes as good as it smells. So it's passion fruit, orange peel, cornflower petals, orange flavor, and lemon flavor. So since it had orange and lemon, I was like, well, I mean, that's not exactly bergamot, but I mean, that's pretty much what bergamot is it's a citrus. Bergamot is the citrus fruit that's used in Earl Grey. That's what gives it that very distinctive Earl Grey flavor. So I thought, well, maybe this is going to taste like Earl Grey, but it really doesn't, which is fine. Uh, I love me a Earl Grey, but I also love fruity teas. I have some peaches, some mangoes. I have a strawberry in my Sips by box, which I haven't tried yet. Um, I've got a black currant, which I think is what I had last week, which I wasn't sure about. I wasn't sure how black currant would taste, but it's actually very good. So I definitely that was a good that was a good choice. I went to SitchCon in June, and there's a place called Jungle Gyms, which is like hundreds of thousands of square feet of just every food in the world, literally every food in the world. And they had, of course, that an English section, which is my favorite, and they had a tea section, and I got the black currant, and I also got it's mango lychee, I think, which I don't think I've tried yet, or mango passion fruit. I think it was mango passion fruit. So I wasn't sure about the black currant, but I wanted to try it. So, I bought the box sight unseen, pretty much, and sight untasted. Anyway, but yeah, so it ended up being a good purchase. But yeah, this is really good, and since it's high caffeine, that'll be nice. Since I've had about, like I said, maybe 5 hours sleep, so hopefully that might give me a little zing. And if I sound a little tired, I apologize. Um, but yeah, um, I do now. I've talked to my doctor, and then I'm gonna try a little something to help me sleep because I've been sleeping really badly the last 2 3 weeks. Um, and so and I hate it. I don't like taking medicine. I don't like that I have to, but it is what it is. And so I'm gonna try this and see if it helps. And I apologize if you can hear my cat in the background. She's using a scratching post. It may or may not have picked up on the mic. I'm not sure. But anyway, so yeah, that's about that. I think I've rambled on enough. So let me go ahead and get to the comments. See, haha, I'm doing them in order this time. Last couple weeks I did the comments later because um, I forgot until. I mean, I'll just be honest. I forgot until later. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's super annoying to me at least. I don't know what the cat is clawing at. Oh god. I think I might know what she's actually clawing at. And I can't go. I'm not going to stop her and do this and go get her, but I just have to hope it's not what I think it is. Anyways, so comments. Um, First off, from Carly M. And I believe she's she's a new subscriber. So hi, welcome. D sent me here. Yay, thanks D. Love the projects you got going. Looking forward to watching older episodes and seeing them come along from the beginning. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, I don't have too many. This is number 60, and most of them between 30 45 minutes. So, I mean, it's, you really don't have to watch all of them unless you just want to. I mean, I wouldn't. I wouldn't tell anybody that they really have to understand. But yeah, I mean, it wouldn't take too terribly long, to binge them if you wanted to. So, I've heard of Einstein, but not the shaving cream method. I talked last week about, I believe it was one of my LNS people had talked about shaving cream dyeing, and I've never done that before. And unfortunately, it's just this week has been really busy, so I haven't looked up anything about ice dyeing or shaving cream dyeing yet. I still need to wash out the. I got some free Ada, and so I think it's Ada. I'm not 100% sure it's Ada, but I think it is. And so I need to wash that out and and do that first before I even start dyeing. So I mean, there's no rush. Um, she said she also purchased the Master and the Macabre because of Michelle. If you want to sell it, hit me up. Sure. We can absolutely sell it. I have not been able to think of a good hashtag. Some of them get really long, so I'd rather have not something that's not super duper long. So if you have any suggestions, if any of you guys actually have any suggestions on a good Master and Macabre sell, I mean, we could just do Master and Macabre sell. I mean, just be simple. But if you have any other suggestions, go for it. Yeah, so that's about it for that. So thanks for commenting. I appreciate it, and subscribing, obviously. That's very cool. Healing Gamer says, "Good luck on your 5K." Thank you. Um, Again, I'm not gonna go out of my way to keep you guys updated, but um, I will try to give you guys at least some updates. And obviously that weekend in November that I'll be down there, I'm definitely not going to be doing a video. Um, if I can, I will try as hard as I can, maybe to get some video from the race. It's going to be ass crack in the morning. I think it starts at like 5 or 5:30. Um, so I don't know how much light there's going to be. At least in parts of the run or run walk, whatever. So I don't know how much I'll be able to record, but I'll try at least. I did finally record a little thing of my bathroom. I have a haunted mansion style bathroom, or inspired, I guess. And so this was the first time I actually ever tried to film on my phone. So I'll post that up, kind of see how it looks. I mean, I've watched it over, and it's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Um, so the good news is I can record from my phone if I need to. Um, I mean, obviously that's the only way I'd be able to record because I don't have a GoPro or anything like that. So if I want to record the walk, run, whatever from my phone, I can. Not the whole thing, obviously, because it's going to be about 45 minutes, I think, somewhere thereabouts. If I could do a 16-minute mile, a 5K is about 45 minutes. Um, and that I think that'd be boring. But if I can get pieces of it, then, especially because I think there's supposed to be characters around. So if I can get characters, like record characters, that'd be really cool. But anyway, but yeah, thank you. So D 20 stitches. Um, the Couch to 5K program is amazing. Now, they're the one who actually has done this. They've actually done a 5K before, and so what I'm hoping, if I can, if there's somewhere we can chat, like somewhere that's faster than email. I really like to pick your brain about both training for a 5K and doing the Couch to 5K specifically. Any sort of advice that you could give, I'd greatly appreciate it. So I'd love to ask you some questions, if that's possible. Um, said I'm also really jealous that you got to see the OG Journey to Imagination. Well, I'm old, so you know, I was around when I was right at about the right age. When the first time I ever went in the '80s, I was 11, probably. I think 11. And so that's a pretty good age. You know, it's old enough to remember it, old enough to appreciate it, but not too old that it's not cool anymore. It's close, but not quite. To the point where it's not cool anymore. Um, yeah. So, also, they had a suggestion for the flag whip. Um, Frog. I guess I can show you guys since, like I said, some of you guys are new. I'm doing. Where is it? Nope. There we go. I'm doing One Nation. I'll show you real quick. This is not really part of my whips because I did not actually work on it. And once again, I have to say that that picture does not do it justice. It is an amazing stitch. And so what's happening, and well, unfortunately the light is very good here so you can see the white, but in normal light, when I don't have the curtains open and the light on and all that, you really can't see these white stitches up here. So I've been getting some advice on what to do with that. Dee had suggested um, to um, sorry, frog the white, complete the blue, and then tea dye it. And that actually was something that I was thinking about. That is still a possibility. Um, what my LNS people had suggested to me is try doing the white. It's in two stitches right now. Two, excuse me, I'm sorry, two stitches over one on 16 count Ada. Wow, it's giving me the hiccups too. Sorry. Um, so it's yeah, two strands over one on 16 count Ada. What they had suggested is try a third strand of the it's B5200. So try a third strand of B5200 and see if that makes it look any better. So I'm gonna try that. Um, as I'm not it'll be easy to get more B5200 if I don't have enough. Which if I have to do it three strands, I probably won't have enough. But so if that works, great, awesome. If it doesn't work, then I probably will do the frog and die idea. But thank you, I do appreciate that. I'm glad great minds think alike. So let's see. Let's see. Oh, also congrats on the 250. Thank you, I appreciate it. Um, oh, and they also said thank you for going through the I did a B's and T's extra where I went through the Halloween issue of Just Cross Stitch, and they were saying thanks for going through it. I'm looking forward to seeing what you're starting first. I have a lot of things going now. I have a whole bag of stuff over here. Um, so it's unlikely that I'm gonna start anything particularly soon, but a lot of those are very small. So once it gets closer to Halloween and I get kind of in more of a Halloween mood, um, yeah, I know, Ronnie. If Ronnie were watching, he'd roll his eyes because he's always in a Halloween mood. But um, when I get into more of a Halloween mood, I might try one of the small ones. There's a lot of really cute. They have a whole section of cats, and most of them, of course, are black cats. And as you saw, I have a black cat who she disappeared. I don't know where she is now. But so I love stitching black cats. I just think it's great. Um, and there was one in there that I really liked, and what I'm gonna do is probably change the eye color to, if I can find something as close as I can to my cat's eye color, which is that kind of gold green that cats can get. You know, they can have gold eyes and they can have green eyes, but they can also have kind of a very pretty gold green that's kind of between, and that's what she has, which are beautiful. Oh, well, hi. Speak of the freaking devil. Look at you and your kitty butt sticking up in the air. Well then, that was funny. There you are. Hi, cat. Whoops. Hi. There you go. You can't really see him all that well, but that's the gold green eyes. Hi, baby. What you doing? What you doing? You gotta come. This is where she sits. As you can tell, see, it's nice and plush, and so and it's full of cat hair already because that's her spot. Yes, I know. I'm messing with you. Anyways, so let me push back here. Sorry about that. little cat cam. But yeah, so there was one cute small one that I may end up doing and changing it to her eye color. Um, so yeah, what if I can kind of there we go, get both of us in there. Nice, sweetie, you getting all comfy cozy? Hmm? All comfy cozy? Yes, you are. Okay. Anyway, sorry. I do baby talk my cat. What can I say? You know, I'm one of those crazy cat ladies, or something like that. All right. So, Alicia Hemphill, appreciate you discussing the skill level of the projects and your take on whether they're accurate. Again, that has to do with the Halloween issue. Um, they which is it's really cool with that Halloween issue. What it does is it'll tell you whether it's like a beginner or an intermediate. I didn't see any advanced in there. I think they might use advanced for like their regular issues, but I don't think they would put any advanced in the Halloween issue. And some of them I thought were there weren't a whole lot of beginners that I thought might be advanced, but there were some advanced that I thought would probably be more beginner. They were really only advanced maybe because the amount of backstitching, not because they actually had any weird stitches in them. So I was like, it's still pretty beginners because I mean, even beginners can backstitch, but if I can do it, anybody can do it. So that's what they're talking about there. And so like I said, I think maybe they oversold some of them. I would hate for somebody to not do one because they think it's advanced when again I haven't actually stitched it, so I can't say. But by going by what I know and just by the pattern, that it's probably something that they could do. But it's it is what it is, so it's no big deal. So Stephanie Brown, thank you for the flip through. I have one coming. Was curious about an issue. Well, you're very welcome. Again, um, but yeah, so that's very cool. I'm glad. I'm kind of curious as to what you're going to be stitching. So, Michelle Bendy Stitchy. Hi, Michelle. She also says excellent flip through. Thank you. Yeah, again, you're very welcome. I assume that you probably got yours from Acorns and Threads already. So, all right. So just a couple more here. Because I'm already kind of rambling. Elizabeth M. Hey, just found your flash tube. Cool. Hello, welcome, new person. Fellow Disney fanatic, and Haunted Mansion is definitely my favorite ride. Awesome. As I've said before, as you could guess from earlier, Journey into Imagination at Epcot is my favorite. Um, Pirates is very close second. So that's in the Magic Kingdom, and then Haunted Mansion is like right on its heels. So I mean, those 1, 2, 3 are like boom, boom, boom. They're like all really close together. But Journey will always be my favorite. So yeah. Um, add me to the list of people climbing for a bathroom tour. I did record one. I will probably put it up Monday-ish, maybe. Just so I can kind of spread videos out a little bit. Again, I let me apologize in advance because it's on my phone, so it's not gonna have the same quality as the well, just crappy old cam that I'm using now. But it's a crappy old cam, but it works well enough. Oh, there you go. You can see the bottom there. It kind of that's a hint of what this might be from. Anyway, but well, I'm almost done with that already because then I'm drinking the hell out of that because it's really good. Aw, it settled down there. Good. So um, let's see. Let's see. Are you thinking of starting something for the WDW 50th on October the 1st? My current front runner is Tomb Sweet Tomb from Park Hopper Bart. Um, I do believe I have Tomb Sweet Tomb. Um, I honestly wasn't even thinking about doing something for on October the 1st, but now I want to. First off, if you haven't yet, check out Lollipop Stitches. Yeah, I think it's Lollipop Stitches. On YouTube. She's from the UK and she's a gigantic Disney nerd. Her ear selection, her she has a collection of the Disney ears, and it's amazing. I mean, I only have a couple. Um, and I think I have the candy corn ones because we went in October one year, and I think I have a set of maybe one or two different Figment ones, and I think that's about the only ears I have. The candy corn ones actually have my name on the back, my old name, but so which is fine, obviously. But it was had to have been probably about 10 years ago, when my oldest nephew was only a baby. My brother had like a conference or something, and it just happened to be at Disney, and so he was like, you know, he and his wife and their son, even though he was only like he could have he only was about maybe 6 or 8 months old, something like that. He wasn't very old. Obviously they were gonna. He had the conference, but he was obviously gonna take a little time at the parks, and so he invited my mom to come down as a babysitter, for my nephew. And I said, "Well, can I come along?" It's like, "Yeah, sure." And so we got to, and normally I wouldn't really recommend taking a baby into the parks because they're not going to be able to appreciate it. Once they get a little bit older, definitely. Um, you know, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5. I think that's when they'll really start to appreciate it. Um, but it was like I said, it was in October, and my brother actually got me those ears. And they're the black Mickey ears, but they just have candy corn, that like little painted candy corns in the ears themselves. And then the stitching I think was orange stitching. But yeah, they're cute. But anyway, I'm apparently squirreling a lot today. Squirrel. But yes, but she has a cool ear collection. So if you want to do something and if you want to sell something, then yeah, that would be great. I mean, we don't necessarily have to do the same thing. I do have Welcome Foolish Mortals, from Witchy Stitcher. I fairly certain I also have Tomb Sweet Tomb from Park Hopper Bart. So we could do either of those. I already have, excuse me, I already have two Haunted Mansion pieces going right now. So part of me is like, do I really want to start a third? But the two you're talking about there, the Welcome Foolish Mortals and the Tomb Sweet Tomb, are both pretty small. So the other two are big ass projects, and so I think if I started something smaller, I think I'd be okay with that. Um, if and hell, even I don't think either Bart or Lollipop watches this. But man, if we could get them involved on this too, that'd be awesome. So yeah. Oh yeah, I was just gonna say welcome bienvenido a Bordeaux, which is a Disney nerd joke because that's what you hear on the monorail. But anyway, but yeah, so yeah, if you want to do a sell, if you want to get something started on the first with me, then great. If anybody else obviously wants to, yeah, definitely. I know there are other Disney fans on here, so we can definitely all start something on the 1st of October. Um, since I have some time, I'll go through and I'll see what I have, and see what I want to start. So I have some time on that. Thank you. And finally from Carolina. Hi, my old buddy. Um, Sorry I've been quiet. Things described as stressful. Good luck with the walking. It's okay if if you need to go quiet. Just think of yourself first. That's always more important. I'll be around. But you need to take care of you. Um, and she had suggested about doing a backstitch around the stars for the for the One Nation. I thought about that as well, but to be honest, there's 50 stars, um, and they're kind of they're um um they're symmetrical, but they're a little complicated, and it would take a very long time to do that. So that's probably going to be the last resort, to be honest with you. But I do appreciate it, and that is something I did consider as well. But that's a whole lot of extra work. On something that's already very big. I haven't even started. I haven't even finished the blue part. I haven't finished the stars. I haven't even started on any of the states yet. So I'm just afraid it would be impossibly. It would just stretch it out too impossibly long, and I just would get too discouraged by it. Let's see. Oh, she also says I don't see anything wrong with mixing teas, but I'm not exactly British. She lives in the UK, but she's not British by birth. But um, last week or the week before, I think maybe, um, I had mixed two different types of teas just to taste them together, which was good. But I was mentioning that it's probably something that any actual person from the UK would scoff at me for. So jokingly. Um. Oh, for dyeing, she said that she has obviously over there they use a different dye, not Rip. But she said that she nukes the dye in the microwave and then rinses it with boiling water until it runs clear. I'm assuming the fabric. That's cool. I have not tried to experiment with dye yet. But when I do experiment with dye, I can definitely try that. So thank you for the suggestion. I will definitely give that a shot. Um, Oh, she said, please give cat some belly rubs. I lost my oldest cat. I'm very sorry about that. I know losing a pet's really tough. So I can't get to her belly right now, but I'll give her some side rubs for you. Wait, hold on. There you go. Wait, there you go. So I'll give her some extra rubs for you. I did give her some treats last night, but I might give her a few more treats today. When that tail is twitching like that, that usually means. Wait, no. It either means she's sleepy and she's okay, or that means stop petting me before I scratch you. It's hard to tell. It's very subtle, the difference in her tail movements between those two. I'm very happy and I'm very unhappy. So, cats. But yeah, so I'll give her a little extra love. Again, I am sorry, but I definitely don't want to take any. Uh, I don't want to waste any time with her, so I do try to give her love when I can. And she's twitching her tail again, so I'll stop. Um, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. She's getting comfy again. So, oh yeah, she was talking about for the um, there was a couple of cute cats and an owl in the Halloween issue. And she was suggesting I do those. Again, I might. It just depends. I'll probably do something a little closer to Halloween. But yeah. All right. So that is all the comments. I do apologize that kind of ran long, but I don't have a whole lot to show you, so I don't think the second part will take too long. But thank you for sticking with me so far. I appreciate that. As for new starts, I don't think that I had started this. Oh, tell me this is not the coolest. This is from Vicky Stitch and Button. It's dinos, and my favorite, the Ankylosaur. That has always been my favorite dino. That's the one that has like it's all spiked and you can't really see its tail, but the one that has like the big old club on its tail, they're so cool. But yeah, I don't think I had started this last week, so if I did, I apologize. But whoop, again, there we go, B sampler, and I don't really like this picture because I'm not going to do it in a roll, so it doesn't actually show the whole picture there. But kind of a Quakery sort of thing. I'm actually doing this, well, A, because I love bees, obviously, and B, because Michelle Bendy Stitchy has a Quaker Zoom, and so this was a good excuse to start this. This is I don't have the fabric. This is a 16 count, I believe, like a very light. This is one of the cheaper Adas. I mean, it's got the orange at the top, so it is Weigert, but, kind of the cheaper, stiffer ones, but it's still good. So it's kind of a nice, it's not really coming out. Looks kind of a pale white there, but it's actually more of a. It's a pale yellow. But that's all I've got so far. Just the little flowers up in the corner, which are, well, you can't even see them in the roll. They're up here. That's what you can barely see. Can I? Nah, it's really a light, summery, pastel sort of yellow color. I thought it would be nice for bees, and I'm not really sure. Come on now, come on. There we go. There we go. I'm not really sure, honestly, how else I'm going to use this color. It's kind of, it's a little bright for me, but I think it'll go well with that thing. So that's the only start, only new start. Once again, unfortunately, no finishes, no FFOs. You know, that's sort of normal. Um, Besides that, the only one that I think I've worked on this week, and the one I've really been putting a lot of time into, is these 20 stitches. That name should sound familiar. They're this is a well, I can never say this. Trans Pride Tapestry. There we go. This picture again doesn't really do it justice. This is white. That what looks like white is actually pink, and that's blue. So the trans colors, and then these are like a couple different shades, kind of a bluey green. I did not go with the um, suggested colors. I did go with the suggested fabric, which is very unusual for me. But I chose overdyes, which I really liked. Um, Let me put this back through here so I can, so it's not in the way. There we go. All right, cool. All right, doesn't count as a stitch, but and yeah, you can see my two little stitchy things. But yeah, it's really starting to come along. So I think since last time I finished up the little hooves here. Started in, and that white is supposed to be there. That's not a mistake. So you can see kind of this is toasted marshmallow, little pink peony, I think, and Morris blue, I think. Um, and so they're all nice. Although honestly, there's very little variegation in the pink. There's a little variegation in the blue, and obviously there's a lot of variegation in the toasted marshmallow. But I did that, and then I started doing this outlining this top part here, and I did a little bit. I did the eye and a little bit more of the toasted marshmallow here. So I'm back to the toasted marshmallow again because that is it's hard to tell, but man, this is a lot of white stitching. Well, off white stitching. Um, but yeah, so I'm really enjoying that. I've been having a good time. I actually was getting a little burnt out on it. I was I kind of stopped for a little bit, maybe a week or two. But now I'm back on it pretty, pretty hardcore. Um, I really was hoping it's like when I first started it before I really realized its size. I'm like, oh, I want to do this like during the during Pride Month, and finish it by the end of June. And no, but I do definitely want to finish it by next June. That would be awesome. Um, I also would really love to finish One Nation before I started it on July the 4th. And assuming that I don't have to redo it, I really would love to put in the last stitches next July the 4th. So if I can get this, fixed, if I could figure out, what the best course of action is for the white, and kind of get back on track with it, because it's unfortunately in timeout right now because I'm just I'm upset about the white not working. So if I can get it out of timeout and start working on it, then I really think I can do it. It's huge, but especially weights, it's not going to be that hard because it's just going to be a lot of stitching words, which for me I've always loved. I think stitching words is really easy, very relaxing, and there are some little designs, you know, like um, some of these sort of designs, on the sides and stuff, and other little motifs, but nothing big. They're all little things that are pretty quick. Um, since I do have some new people, I'll show you the other whips that I'm working on. Um, they didn't get any love this week, particularly. But just so you guys can kind of get caught up here. This is Taylor Cromwell, um, Farmer Hamilton Farmer Refuted. It is, there we go. Um, from obviously from the play Hamilton, play slash movie, and what this is Alexander Hamilton, um, and Samuel Seabury, who is Samuel Seabury is like a English supporter, like for the revolution. Not every American wanted freedom. Some wanted to stay under England's rule, and Seabury was one of them. And so what this is like this is a song that they sing, and so the gold part is what Hamilton sings, and the white part is what Seabury sings, and so they're singing over each other. So it's really cool. It's I would recommend looking it up. Just look up farmer like Hamilton Farmer Refuted, and you can find it on YouTube. Um, it's a really cool song, and you don't really necessarily have to know anything about the play to know. Like I said, as long as you know kind of what's the general idea. Okay, this is not wanting to come out of this. Sorry about that. Um, okay. Alright, so I do have some of it covered up. I've got the top part of it covered up. Um, so this is like the second and third rows here. So again, this is actually, very easy. Uh, it's just writing. And there is some stuff that's spread out, as you can tell. So, there are some things that, uh, there's a little bit of counting and stuff. Kind of have to be careful with it. But, okay, I don't know what that is. Sorry. Um, but it's not hard stitching at all. And I've really been pretty good about not making mistakes, not having to like, go back on things. So, it's been a pretty quick stitch, even though once again it is very large. So, I'm on the chaos and bloodshed part. So, I've done all of that. So I'm on this part right here. Um, I'm getting there. Maybe about a third there, probably. Um, so that's not too bad. I can live with that. So yeah, that's that one. And as you'll be able to tell in just a moment, I like big stitch, and I can't deny. Um, there's the Halloween issue that I went through. So if you want to watch that video, that'll be the video right before this one. All right, let's see what else have I got in here. This is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. Again, another one that is very deceptively large. It hasn't been a hard stitch. It is a good bit of counting. This is not one that I can just kind of mindlessly stitch. But I am this in this first one right here. We do lie beneath the grass, and this also Pam stitching the line good enough. She has a zoom on this one, and so that's pretty much where I've been doing it. So I've got some of the outline done, but yeah, this is just um, the one square. As you can see, that's kind of how big it is. So that's one square out of what, 12? Yeah. I'm not even done with that first square yet. So this is definitely a long-term project. Um, I've wanted to do a Hawk Run Hollow for a while now. And so when my friend Pam said, well, we're going to do a Hawk Run Hollow stitch along, and Zoom, I'm like, well, okay, that's a good excuse. And I thought about a couple of different ones, but I ended up going with Halloween. Just because I do love Halloween, and I just like all the cool motifs. All right, the last one that's part of my active list. Oh, come here. Another big one. All right. And again, this is another one that has that's a good bit of it covered up. But for any of you guys who are nice and book nerdy, Good Omens, which is actually a book by um, uh, Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. which was later turned into a show on Amazon, which is getting a season 2. Yes. Um, that's the two main characters. That's Crowley, who's a demon, and Aziraphale, who's an angel. So what I'm doing is I am up here, and this is going to be another very long term because, as you can tell, this is huge. So, there we go. There we go. Okay. So this part is covered up. You can see that's where Crowley is over there, and kind of that. It's not actually a light bulb, but it's light bulb ish, and that is the way it's supposed to look. It's not uneven. It's not a mistake. But yeah, so got a little bit of Xerofel's face over here. So I'm at this row here, going across. There we go. So yeah, I have a lot to go on that one. A hell of a lot to go on that one. Um, but it's a lot of it. It's very little. Very little of it is actually any sort of um, it's mostly big blocks of color. Like in their hair and in their faces. There's a little bit of confetti, but it's not really bad. Most of it's huge blocks of color. So it's very easy. That one is very easy to just sit down and if you're online or watching a movie or something. Come on. Uh, then it's very easy. There we go. To just put something on, talk to somebody, and stitch that, and not really have to think about it too much. So that's nice. Man, this is running super long today. That's really not what I was expecting. All right, so just a little bit of haul, not too much here. So I'll try to go through this quick. This is okay. I don't know how. Actually, that's showing up pretty right. This is looks like. Oh, it's Shirley from Fortnite Fabrics. I'm in Fortnite Fabrics Fabric of the Month, and they have a bunch of different ones. I'm in the one that's mostly just mostly neutrals, and so this is a really nice kind of just off white. It's just a really creamy off white color. It's not really variegated, which is fine. It's a pretty basic straight color. I say that, and it's kind of funny, but yeah. So that's actually really cool. I enjoy that. I always enjoy the colors. Also, I am in Crazy Annie's Floss of the Month, and I get Classic Colorworks. So it's very pastel-y for being the summer. Usually she's pretty good about kind of theming March was like different shades of green, and April was like kind of springy, um, light springy colors. But for whatever reason, the summer she just decided to do something kind of springy again. So let's see if I can use this as a background here. This is Blueberry Tart, which I don't think it really has any. That's pretty close. It's just a nice soft blue. No real variegation to it. Also have Chai, which yeah, these are showing pretty true. That's a little darker, I think, than what it actually is. But sorry about that. So a nice kind of creamy brown color, light brown color. Again, no real variegation. This is lettuce leaf, which is really a lot. That's really showing right, but even though that's really not what color lettuce is, but it's a nice color. Like I said, and again, that's really no variegation. And then vanilla custard, which is just off white. It's actually really close to. It's a little yellower actually than Shirley. So it's just got a hint of yellow to it, which is not really showing up there. But it's just kind of a yellowy browny off white. And again, that's not very variegated. So the two that are variegated, very, very pretty, are Sunflower, which is just a couple different shades of yellow, which are kind of showing up there. You can sort of see the two shades. And then this one, whoops. Okay, got cat hair. Um, it's called Goldfish, which is again not what color goldfish are. It's really a salmon color. But there you go. You're really getting. You can see the variegation of color there. So that's actually very variegated. And since so I was it started out as smog, but then it turned into like just a generic dragon. So that's what I was. If I flipped it around and you were wondering what that was, that's what it is. Uh, so sometimes I mess around drawing. All right, and I bought way too many um project bags this week. This is one I actually bought a while ago, or ordered a while ago, and she hadn't quite finished it yet, so it just happened to come at the same time. But let me get this out here. Going with my Disney theme, and if I do start something in October, you can bet your butt that it's going to go in here. Look at this Maleficent! Is that not the fucking best? Look at that shit. Sorry, I do cuss sometimes. I don't cuss a lot, but I mean, look at this. That is so cool. And then on the front, it's got the cool, like a purple black check. And I love it. Whoops. There we go. It's a spinning wheel. Look at that. That's so cool. And she's got her, she's starting to do this little, well, unfortunately, it's getting too, it does say stitch and button. It's hard to tell there. But anyway, so that's that. Which is, again, that's Vicky Stitch and Button. She's awesome. And these two are actually the same. They're just two different sizes. So I'll just show you the smaller one. Garen Toten Bags is doing, they're getting state fabrics. And so, of course, I had to get some South Carolina. I'm disappointed that, once again, it's pretty much all the middle of the state and uh, the coast. It's not up here. I live up here in this corner, up by the mountains. But do have our that's the state bird. That's the um wow. My mind just absolutely blanked on that Carolina wren, which I swear to God I have never actually seen a Carolina wren in Carolina. Come to think of it, I'm not even sure I've seen a yellow jasmine. That's our flower, state flower over here. And of course, we're the palmetto state, so you got palmetto trees. Um, Rainbow Row, which we're well known for, which I've seen. It's very pretty. Hold on. Where's a good picture of Rainbow Row? Well, it kind of keeps cutting off, but Rainbow Row in Charleston. Um, what used to be the pavilion at Myrtle Beach, although that's really closed down now. The DuPont Planetarium, which I believe is in Columbia. And the St. Michael's Church, that's also in Charleston. So yeah, all that cool stuff. Like I said, I got this one, and then I got the bigger one. For some of these big projects, I think I'm gonna move. Probably have to move one of these big projects to this bigger bag. But yeah, that is really about it for haul. And so what I'll do is the of the weeks, and then we'll be all set. I I'm not exactly sure why this lasted so darn long. Like I said again, thank you for sticking with me if you've stuck with me this long. So yeah, let me just get a sip of tea here, which is cold and almost empty. Well, lukewarm and almost empty. Room temp, maybe. Oh man, that's really good. Ow! Don't mind me. That was just my elbow hitting the tea. Um, yeah, it's definitely passion fruit that I'm tasting, and I have a passion fruit papaya. I think it's passion fruit papaya or peach passion fruit. That's where it's like I knew that tasted familiar, and that's what it is. So if you like fruity teas, and especially if you like passion fruit, this is really good. Once again, this is zest tea, energy tea. It's called Blue Lady. It is high caffeine, so don't drink it late at night. So yeah, but anyway, all right. So let me go ahead and do my of the weeks here, and I apologize. This is not going to be under an hour, which is very unusual for me. First off, for the Stitchy website, Fox and Rabbit Designs. I actually got to meet. It's a husband and wife team. Both of them stitch, I believe, and actually, I know both of them do. I actually got to meet them. Uh, well, online. Last week, they are super super cool. Not only do they have a website, they used to be two different companies both of them. One was the husband's, one was the wife, but they put them together now, so they're all just Fox and Rabbit. So they have a website which I'm going to put down here. Um, they also just started a YouTube not long ago. So I'm going to put that down there as well. They're definitely worth watching. And they're Australian, so they have a cool Australian accent. Um, but that there's no particular. That's neither here nor there. It's just it's a cool accent. All right. So excuse me, I'm sorry. For the non-Stitchy website, I did a website called the '90s button, which I think what it is, and I've only tried it once or twice. You go on there and you hit the button, and it'll just give you like a random '90s song. I thought that might be good, if you want to stitch and listen to music. So, and I know a lot of you guys are younger than I am, so you're probably more kids in the '90s than I was really a kid of the '80s. Yeah, I'm kind of hiding my gray hairs right here. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Wow. Um. So yeah, I thought you guys might enjoy that, and I do like '90s music a lot too. Um. So. But yeah, so I thought that might be interesting. And again, once again, links are always below. And the last thing is going to be the bee fact of the week. Solitary bee species include the leafcutter bee, who constructs homes from plants, woods, and leaves, and masonry bees, which are found inside holes in bricks and mortar joints. I think, if I remember correctly, and I don't know exactly what leafcutter bees look like, but I'm pretty sure that masonry bees look like bumblebees or are in that kind of bumblebee family. They look more like bumblebees and honeybees, but they're not bumblebees. It is a separate species because there's a couple hundred different species of bees. I mean, it's a lot. Um, I'm sorry, 25,000 different species of bees. That was an earlier fact. So here we go, double facting for you. But yeah, so there's a lot of different types of bees. So even just what is a bumblebee, there's lots of different types of just bumblebees. And even like in the U.S., like even where I live, there's different species of actual bumblebees. So what I call a bumblebee might be something different. It might actually be a masonry bee. So I know I need to up my bee game, I guess. But yeah. I guess that is about it. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for watching this kind of longer than usual video. So for all you new guys here, I'm usually more between 30 and 45 minutes. This is actually long for me. So hopefully that's okay. Hopefully the length doesn't scare you away because you know, it's it's not usually this long. Although some people like long ones so you can stitch to them. So that's cool. All right, so from Selena, who is still over here sleeping. This is, aw, I know, I'm bothering you. I'm sorry, sweetie. But yeah, from Selena and myself, I guess I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.